Attention, attention, attention. This is the Townnet B of the day. I am your net controller. Team number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. If you're around and would like to check in, please come in with your cosine phonetically. Reminder to all that the net is being recorded for training purposes. You may begin. Check in, check in, check in. Anyone would like to check in?
Unit number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Unit number 4, Lima Echo India.
Okay, we have 2 to begin with. Anyone else? Check in, check in, check in now. Someone post online, maybe. Post online now. Check in, check in. Check in, check in, check in to Net B. Oh man, oh man. Check in, check in, check in.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Unit number 2, Delta November Golf.
Anyone else? It is now 4:30. Let's do the official call out. Anyone else want to check in? Okay, we'll begin. So, since Lei and Sheng was not on Net A, we'll do a catch-up round and warm up everyone in case anyone else would like to check in. Okay, so first of all, reminder to all, the Ghost Month Full, right? To prep for that and read up on the blog post. And also, there is a new blog post today with the 4V5H Magic, right? That is the AC Power 4V5H. It's totally different. It has video teachings, new spells, and so on. So check out the stuff and learn it. Start using that one instead of the old one. So that will be your new 4V5H. Yeah, you might see like a lot of different spells, but you need one. Okay, so you only need the first one, which is the easiest one, and it sounds like Harsh Spell B as well. 天也就劍三攞就下四甲护航拜沙沉冲善变火劫 you know, right? Very simple. So learn that, memorize it, start using it, and watch the videos, right? There are so many ways to deploy it. The next thing is Celestial Medic. So we got to have a common understanding here, right? When we talk about our medical system, we call it CM, Charlie Mike CM, which is Teen E Celestial Medic. Okay. The outside Chinese doctor type of medicine we call TCM. Okay, Tango Charlie Mike, and that is the Chinese medicine. So most people get it wrongly. They think TCM is traditional Chinese medicine, but not really. I mean, in Chinese, the word 中医 has nothing to do with Chinese. 中医 Zhongguo, which is China, is not related. Okay, the word 中医 is related to how they define the class. So it's a middle class medical system. There are three class. The lower class, like the Western medicine, they deal with things when it already manifests into DH. So you treat the wounds, something broken, you treat the broken thing, right? So the middle class, like what we call TCM, is like, okay, things are inside in the works, but it's not visible yet. So we try to treat you to make the system work again. And it's kind of like balancing the system, making it work again, right? For us, we are the teen yi, the upper class, and we deal with the more pre-heaven elements. And we also have the middle class knowledge as well. But so far, like Chung have asked, I am not having any of the lower class system myself. So if you have like a bullet went through your body or whatever, right, I'll tell you to go to hospital. Right, that's the time you need the Western doctors. And if you need to like physically, right, repair stuff, right, you need to go to Western medicine. So but most of the time, if you do well with the upper and middle, you'll be fine. You don't need the last one, unless like you're having an injury, like, oh, I'm a constructor and I'm like building the house or something just stab into my head, or yeah, that well, you need the yao. Okay, so different class of medicine is for different purpose. It's not about which one is better, which one is like more prestigious. It's about the different purpose of them. Okay, let's move on to your number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Senior at number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Sergeant, I would like to pass my turn and give it to someone who wasn't here. I was here for Net A. Just to help them catch up so we have more time to dive even deeper into the lesson. Back to you.
Okay, I hope you like learning and reading, because I kept building up that book and the book is getting very long. It's getting too long to the point I was like, should I really make this a book? It's kind of too long. Tia number 4, Lima Echo India.
Sorry for jumping in, Sergeant. The book being long isn't a problem. We could always just convert it into like an audio file, because Lisa Hong and I just read a lot of books through audio. Yeah, back to you. Sorry.
Okay, Tia number 4, Lima Echo India.
Opinion number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, John, I kind of get the gist of it. So it's kind of like explaining the 168 like in China, like medical terms. So I'm kind of getting where like the pre-heaven stuff. There's the pre-heaven like medical stuff, and then in the middle where things before it manifests, and then and after it manifests. So like the doctors out there, the Chinese doctor out there, they got the TCM, but so we here got both the 10D and the TCM. So I guess we just lack the physical stuff, but like Sajan said, the lower stuff. But yeah, I would say that would be the time to like actually go to the hospital when like you broke your arm or things like that. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Tinyat number 4, Lima Echo India.
Yeah, so that's why I say, we should not look down on Western medicine like, that's cheap stuff, right? Because they are here for a purpose, right? Like, imagine you have like a big cut or something, right? Like, hey, if they can fix it, and like inject a needle to like stop you from feeling that pain, and then they can fix it, why not, right? Like it's nice. I don't want to like, oh, let me just like, get some chi on me and then I'll feel better. No, that's not gonna work, right? So yeah, we are just different. And the TCM out there, um, it just look more complicated than it should be. It's not that hard. But it's like, uh, the TCM today is sad. They're like most of the time the TCM are from like university academies, and all those are Chinese government modified, so they're westernized. So you basically like learn Western medicine with the disguise of Chinese medicine, and then you go to exam to like kind of memorize the Chinese medicine books. But when you actually do it, no one give a shit about those books, and they don't care, and it's very sad in a way. Tier number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Yes, I understand about the three classes. That makes perfect sense. Regarding the new 4V5H, I had a look at that. Looks really good. I'm gonna because it's such a practical and easy thing to kind of do when you're out and about, and it's versatile in use. It's a really handy magical tool to have. So I'm gonna make sure I memorize that one, and start applying it, because I can do it everywhere you go, really. So yeah, that's a good one. And yeah, I'll let you continue, so it won't take up too much time with me. So back to you. Ticket number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
You can always talk. You have 3 minutes. At the same time, you let me rest a bit, okay? Don't cut short, everyone. Okay, Tina number 2, Delta November Golf. Wonder, have you planned your dinner yet? The soy sauce chicken. The mic is yours.
Yes, Ajwan. Greeting everyone on the net. Ajwan Kijang. Yeah, I think my wife gonna cook it later on. Earlier, I just cooked something simple like I think like making like a porridge like that because it's hard to swallow. Maybe later on can already get that kind of like the effect from the medicine. I think like make it like stiff like that, all the muscle. So it's hard to move the mouth and the tongue like that. So, uh, yeah, I think this is kind of like the CM is like I think I kind of like carrot is it's about like a chi. Everything is come from the chi flow, and then this is like the most important thing is to know that when you need to identify you are not well or what's going on with your body, like you are sick, you know, and what is wrong with the chi, so we can like find where is the problem, and we can like reverse it. I know when it's already in the DA, it's already been manifested. It's also take a long time to be manifested, right? When we are sick, so it's also I think it's gonna be take a while too to reverse it. Uh, or it's just like can be like instant. I think like most of the time that when Wing CJ uh, have like a sick or something, and uh, Jajuan give like instruction. I think it's like the results come like fast. So it's kind of like a different with the thing like for example like a sickness like already in the body like cancer or some kind of type of disease that can build up for a while to be manifested, and then in that kind of illness also need to take a while to reverse it. uh, I just need to be like clarified with that, Jejuan. So back to unit control, unit number 2, Delta November Golf.
Okay, anyone else want to check in just in case? Okay, actually, it doesn't take long to fix a problem, like to stop the threat, because like this morning, there's actually another room that we were in all morning, and Wing was like, "Oh, I'm having a stomach pain," and I tell her to like do this, do that, and basically just within 1 hour of work, she drank a tea and things, and all the pain is gone already. So it's not it doesn't take long to like stop the problem when you actually know what is going on. Like it's almost instant. But like yeah, you need to hit the right spot and do the right thing, then it instantly stop. But the problem is what's hard is to rebuild. Like she had a weak system. In order to rebuild, you need to input things to the system and have it become like the resources to the Yunsan again. And hey, eating takes time, right? Building up memory takes time, right? Like everything takes time to build. So building health takes time. Fixing the problem is not that bad unless it is a physical injury. Okay, so unless it's like yeah, my leg broke or something, well that will take time. But if you're like oh I have pain here, I have pain there, those things are not so hard to deal with. I will talk more about practical knowledge today. Okay, so since Thing is here, let's talk about cooking. So we talk about the 5 element with like knowing about the 5 organs, the main organs. Okay, so let's do a review. Gold is the lung. Okay, gold is the lung. Your lung is gold. Okay, your kidney is the water. Liver is the wood. Heart burns the fire. And spleen is the earth. Okay, now these 5 organs are responsible for storing up resources. Store up what? Well, you have the lung that store up the qi. Okay, your kidney is store up 2 things because you have 2 kidney. When it comes down, it stores up what we call the ji. Ji, the kind of power that gives you direction and focus in life. So if the G is low, you will always think that, I won't success, I won't get big, I'm not going to do it, like that. When the G is high, you will have good determination, you will feel you can do it, you can look further away, okay? The other thing that you're storing with the kidney is when it goes back up, it stores up what we call the blood essence, 精血. Okay, so that's like the essence from the god that dies. Okay, so the liver stores the blood. The blood is not the red juice, okay? it's another thing. And the blood is what the god, which is like the heart, okay, stores the god. And the god runs on blood, okay? So the blood fuels the god. And the spleen stores what we call the flesh. And the flesh here is talking about anything physical. So your whole body, is related. Okay, so anything physical, the final result. Okay, so you have your 5 element organs, the basics, right? Now, if anything goes wrong, you can talk to that organ by using a guiding force in your food. What determines that power goes in which one is the flavor. Okay? So if you eat something spicy like ginger, it goes into your lung, which is the gold, right? If you eat salty, it goes to the kidney. If you eat sour, it goes into the liver. If you eat bitter, it goes into the heart. A bitter, remember, is not like that hard to find. You can have bitter from like orange peel. You can have bitter from coffee, right? Yeah. So, and then herb is sweet. Okay. So now you know the key element. So let's say you eat soy sauce and sugar cooked chicken wings or something like that. Well, it's salty, and it is like salty as main, and it is also sweet. So it primarily goes into your kidney and also going into the spleen. Okay, so that's the first point I want you to understand, is that the 5 flavors guide the qi, like the stuff that you intake, to go to a certain place. My next round, I'll talk about how to influence that place. And it is a very systematic way of eating. So let's move on to tier number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Tennis number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Well, based on what you're saying, Sajan, you could create different combinations of the different flavors to guide the chi or heal the chi, or use the chi to heal a section of your body, like you said, with the sweet, which is earth, and the soy sauce, which is salty. So that would be earth, and the earth will be the spleen, and the salty would be the water. The water would be, what is the water? The kidney. So, and yeah, the chicken would be always like, carrying stuff back up to pre-heaven. So by understanding the nature of the different aspects of the chi, you could combine them to, like you said, as a guiding force to guide the chi to where you wanted to go, heal it. I don't know. I have a perspective that not well. I have a perspective that the Western medical industry, they have a very barbaric way of healing you. It feels like you go into a slaughterhouse. So I think that's why most people, even in this younger generation, have have an inclination to look for much more holistic ways to deal with whatever they're dealing with. Because just before you're speaking about TCM, our TCM, our Taurus Celestial Medic, it feels less obstructive. It feels less. It feels less barbaric. It feels very calming, because because I know people, and including myself, the minute you hear about a doctor, is like, oh, you tense up because of whatever experiences you may have, or you've heard, or just generally the vibe of them. Because I mean, I think as children, you can pick up on vibes and stuff. And it's just hearing you speak about the TCM, it feels a lot more soothing. Yeah, that's my input. This was Tenet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Well, it's not that barbaric, as you say, because it makes sense. When things don't make sense, it's trying to like force it into your system, then you're like, trying to make a sense out of it, but it just doesn't make sense. Okay. Yeah, I really like the Celestial Medic teachings. Oh, by the way, yeah, I said it this morning, but again, I'll repeat. I learned from Samlo, the Celestial Medic. Okay. But before that, I have had TCM knowledge. So when I learned Celestial Medic, they teach me stuff to like kind of amplify or empower and correct the TCM knowledge in myself. So it kind of empowers that, and then they blend together. So that's how it is. Okay, but I don't know anything about Western medicine, so there's nothing to think about, right? So yeah, celestial medic to me, like just my own personal feeling, is like the actual TCM I have been looking for my whole life. You know, it's so powerful. It so makes sense. It feels like, damn, I have been waiting for this for so long. TN number 4, Lima Echo India.
Kenya number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, sir. I kind of dozed off for a bit, so I kind of missed what was said.
Come back in, come back in.
Kenya number 4, Lima Echo India. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You said you doze off, but I'm not sure which part you missed. Like we talked a lot already. So did you get the organs and how the flavor relates?
Yeah, I think I dozed off from there until I heard my name, probably around that point.
Okay, well, I'll start from here then. Well, the essence of this round is that we have the 5 organs, right? And also relate to the 5 element. So you have gold, the lung, water, the kidney, wood is the liver, heart is the fire, and you have earth, the spleen. Okay, so again, these are not the physical thing, right? Okay, so when we eat, we can find the flavor that relates to them. So if I want to talk to like the heart, I find something bitter to eat. If I want to talk to the kidney, I find something salty. So you know the 5 element flavor, right? So gold is spicy, pungent, and that kind of exciting taste. Salty is water, sour is wood, and fire is bitter. Earth is sweet. So you find the flavor, right? For example, I told Ding soy sauce, sugar, sweet, and salty chicken. Okay, so that goes into the salty, which is the kidney, and the sweet, which is the spleen. So now you can like know like the flavor is like the guiding force. It teaches the chi to go into one of or two of the 5 element, and that is like the first step to understand how to eat. Okay, do you get it? Back to you.
Yes, Sir John. So each flavor have its own element. I did remember I ate spice before. I remember the gold element, and yeah, and there's the and sweet is earth. I remember that much, and let's see, yeah, the other stuff I kind of have to go back a little bit to remember memorize them all, but yeah, I get the gist, like what you eat, like is like where you want to talk to, like the kidney or the heart. uh yeah yeah, that's quite interesting how you can use that to talk to different organs. Tingnet number 4, Lima Echo India.
Okay, yeah, the flavor. Okay, remember the flavor is like the different vehicle. It drives to different things. So salty will drive you to the kidney, right? Sweet drive to the spleen. So now, after you drove to that place, what are you going to do? How are you going to affect it? That's the next topic. So let's move on. Tier number 4, Sierra Hotel.
Unit number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Yes, I think I'm following. I've been taking notes. So I've got the element, the 5 elements, the 5 organs, and the 5 flavors that go with each organ. And and what each one does. So the gold lung stores up chi, water kidney stores up the G, which gives determination or like motivation to move on and do things. Wood, liver, which is sour flavor, stores the blood, which feeds the god in the heart, fire. And then there's earth, spleen, stores the flesh or relates to the physical body. And the flavors drive the chi to the different organs. That's good to know, because I was wondering about what you're going to, like, how do you know which organ it should go to? And then as each organ flows into each element moves into the next element, do you kind of feed the preceding element that's going to feed into the one that comes after it, type of thing? Or do you go directly to the element where there's a problem? Kind of, that's what a lot of you wondering. And how do you determine which one is where the problem is? I bought some sticky notes that I'm going to put all over the place. So I'm writing this down on sticky notes so I can start memorizing these things. Back to you, Tenant number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Okay, very simple. You can tell which part have issues very easily because you have like cheese stuck, pain here, pain there, usually like that. There are also different things that these 5 organs relate to in the physical side, and also you can tell from the 6 secondary organ, I would say, right? So, for example, in the goat, you link to the lung, right? But it also deals with the big intestine, which is where the shit is. So if you don't have much power there, then the shit cannot be made. So your poop look like liquid lava, like you can't process it. But if the power in the lung is like too heaty, your shit comes out very hard and it's very, very hard to poop it out, right? So you can tell. And the water kidney, right? Like you might have pee issue, or you may wet your pants, things like that. And then you have the wood, which is the liver, and the liver deals with the gallbladder. And in this case, the gallbladder is the thing that helps you to have vision in life. So if like suddenly your vision gets like very short, then your liver is getting weak, like that. Your fire heart deals with the small intestine, and it also links to like your talking, right? Your mouth, your talking. So sometimes you see your tongue having like pain and things like that. And then you have the earth, which is the link to the stomach, right? The stomach pain, stomach bloated, things like that. These 5 organs also relate to physical elements as well if they manifest out enough. The lung manifests to affect your skin and the hair. So if you have hair loss issue, usually the lung chi is having issue, right? And your kidney give birth to the bones. So if your bones are weak, suddenly the bones have no power to support, then your kidney is having issue. The wood, liver, relate to the tendons, which give you power. And if you're like suddenly your hand is like numb and cannot squeeze, you know the tendon is having issue. The fire heart, it relates to like the blood vessels and all that. So if you have problem here, then you have like clogging vessels. And your earth, the spleen relates to the flesh, the actual body, the flesh. So sometimes the people have like actual flesh issue, like their flesh is like shrinking. What do you call that? Spams, like it just tighten up into one thing, like kind of squeeze inward. Yeah, that kind of thing. Okay, so it's very easy to tell what the problem is. But we'll talk more about that later. Let's move on. Tina number 2, Delta November.
Tina number 2, Delta November Golf. Yes, John. So we are like I think the one I get here is like this is 5 organ. It's actually like it's a battery, like a chi, like we get it from the free heaven, and also it goes down to the post heaven and then coming back again to the free heaven, like a cycle. And it's like the chi is like when we eat, when we're using it, like it's the free heaven, like giving us the like a charging, like a storing, give us the income, and then go to the post heaven and we're spending it, and then it's going back again to the free heaven when we are asleep. So there's the different like organ, like I got over here is like there's a different like a free heaven organ, and also there's like a post heaven organ. So that one is all connected in a way. They're helping us. We are like a mechanism as a human. So it's kind of like a fascinating to me. This one is we can detect, or we can learn more, in a way to understand it, and using it in our daily life, so we can start to fixing our behavior or our habit or the way we eat or the way we sleep or the way it's a lot of things. I think for me, if I can like determine like this, so I can like kind of like change it bit by bit, and then I believe there's the best result at the end. So yeah, back to you in control. Number 2, Delta November Go.
Very good. Yes, you're right. Like Chung said, the celestial organ. Yeah, I always say like the heart is not the heart, the kidney not the kidney. But if you have issue with the heart here that we're talking about, eventually it will go to the physical heart. So you can see that like you have to understand like when we say, you eat salty, it goes to the kidney. It's not like, oh, I just ate some soy sauce and then I go to the hospital and, oh, my kidney looks the same, So it doesn't work like that, not like that. It's talking about the chi, okay? Oh, my goodness. Okay, so that is why, when we talk in this language, the Western doctor would think we're crazy, oh, my God, you eat some soy sauce and it goes to the kidney. How can that happen? Yeah. Anyone want to check in? Okay. Let me see. I'm going to begin the next topic here. So I want to make sure Lei is wake up. TY4L, yeah, you're here.
Yes, John, I'm here.
Okay, listen up because this is important. Okay, so Now we're going to talk about, let's start simple, okay? Let's start very simple. When you are like you're alive, right? Your heart will burn to create that heat, the fire. I'm not talking about the actual heart, right? Okay, the celestial organ, right? Okay, your heart burns when you use the heart, right? It burns, and because it burns slowly, that fire is gonna burn and then create the God. The God come back, and then it goes to the spleen, right? So you need the heat for the system to manifest. If you are alive, okay, you need the heat to manifest. So the chi is going out to the post heaven with the heat. Now, the thing is, if your spleen is having like okay temperature, okay, your spleen is having an okay temperature, it will keep working, it will keep providing, it will still work. But when it's working, your heart is working, and then you put some coldness into the heart, okay, like drink cold water, ice water, right? Then the cold enters your system, it kills the fire, the heat. And when your organ is over a certain amount of coldness, like the temperature drops below a certain point, it stopped working. Okay? When it stopped working, it stopped providing, then it's like, hey, there's like some problem. You know, the spleen is supposed to provide for the stomach. So the stomach is like the worker, the spleen is like the boss, right? The boss stopped giving money to the worker. What happened? Oh, so everyone go protest. So in the stomach, suddenly everyone stop, and the stop there create what? Pain. So when you put the coldness into the spleen, right? It stopped everything, and then you, whoa, pain. When you warm the stomach or warm the spleen up, the chi flows again because it started up the engine, right? So okay, the spleen is like, okay, we're you now. Ah, here's the money. Now your stomach department is working. Okay, so the watermelon is sweet. It goes to the earth, the spleen, right? And it's cooling. It's cold. So it brings down the temperature there. In fruit, fruit, right? Most of the fruit, the more watery it is, the more negative it is. Negative cools, the yum hei, negative chi, right? Because the fruit is like on the ground, right? It's pretty much growing there, and it has a lot of liquid. Liquid determines that. If you eat like coconut water, it's going to be very bad because it has lots of water inside. So much yum hei, right? Negative chi. So if you drink cold, ice cold coconut water, it's going to like if you have a working spleen, the spleen just go, and then suddenly everything crash. Your spleen is like, oh my goodness, and your stomach will have issue, right? So that's why we say you can't just like eat cold all the time, right? Especially the sweet stuff like ice cream. If you eat too much, you're killing that heat in the spleen, making it not able to work. And when the spleen is like down, right, the next station, which is cold, right, your lung can be infected by the cold chi, and your lung will have issue later. So yeah. Anyway, we'll get into that more in a bit. Tina number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Well, Sandra, just a quick question before I move forward. So you're saying that how the spleen is, the celestial organ of the spleen is connected to the physical stomach. Back to you.
No, the spleen is connected to the stomach. The stomach is also not that stomach, but it is like the physical stomach will also show symptoms. You get it?
Actually, yes, because it's funny enough that you said it. Like, it have a few herbalists who would say most of the illnesses that people suffer from, the sickness actually started in their stomach. And it's funny that you made the correlation that the spleen is attached, well, the celestial organ of the spleen and the celestial organ of the stomach are all connected to the actual physical stomach. Because if you have issues in those two areas, it's going to manifest within your physical stomach. And it's very interesting to see how the different departments of the celestial organ, they all come down in a chronological order, like the nine star theory. The tree needs to go through these different departments and they're all being filtered. But if one department is having issues, it's like you kind of mess up the whole conveyor belt. You know, like in a factory that make cars, there's this long conveyor belt. Everybody has a certain responsibility, and it's all in a chronological order. Things need to happen in this particular order, this process, because if one part messes up, the whole thing messes up, and then the body will have to compensate. So let's say, like, if you're having trouble within your stomach because your celestial organ, which would be the spleen, is having issues, and then your stomach is having issues, the body sounds like it will need to start to overcompensate to work more harder because one organ is not doing its job, or it can't do its job, because it's not outputting the amount to keep everything in balance. And I think this is where the word balance, where we were talking about, it's not a good word to use, but I think this is where that word will come into balance or harmony, because everything needs to be harmonized for it to be working like a well-oiled machine. Back to you, Tiny at number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
No, that would not be the balance. That would be more like a broken system. So they're actually broken. You don't balance it when it's broken. You fix it. Like you repair the broken part. You don't balance it up. But the balance word is used earlier when I talk about like food intake. So I say, okay, watermelon itself, it has like a sweet, and it goes into your spleen, and it cools, right? So if you eat that and you get hurt, how can I eat that and not hurt? Well, you can like use that to like add the temperature to it, right? Like we can, for example, not eat it cold from the fridge, and you can drink tea with it. The tea, you might want to drink something that is like sweet, like red date tea, right? So it also goes into the spleen. If you drink like, let's say, a ginger tea, okay, ginger is spicy, right? It talks to the lung. So you drink the ginger tea, you're giving warmth to the lung and not to the spleen. But now the problem is it's going to the spleen, so you need something sweet. So red date tea with brown sugar, that will help. But if you drink like ginger tea, it doesn't help. So if you drink like ginseng tea, ginseng is bitter, it goes to the heart, right? So you're warming up the heart, but you're still not dealing up with the coldness in the spleen. So choosing the right guide, right, will guide that temperature to the right place. Teen number 4, Lima Echo, India.
Vignette number 4, Lima Echo, India. Yes, John, that's quite surprising. Like, so now I kind of know, like, so even if we drink something hot, like, it depends on the flavor, where it goes to the organ, and yeah, it sounds like drinking, like intaking anything like cold all the time. It's not, seems not really healthy for you, and yeah, and especially fruit like watermelon, like Sajan said. Yeah, what happens? Like, I know yesterday, when she bought some watermelons, I also took some. What happened if you dip it with salt? That's what I did yesterday. I dipped watermelon with the salt. Where would that go to if that happens? Tinya number 4 Lima Echo India.
Okay, so very simple. Salt will lead the cold chi to the kidney. Okay, so you're leading the cold chi to the kidney. And because of that, your kidney's fire is lower down. Okay, now if your kidney is already not so strong, then that means it will kill the kidney routes going back up to pre-heaven. So now your kidney is weak. No wonder you cannot wake up. Yes, okay. Well, I won't say always bad with the cold because you can always utilize it in a smart way. Okay, for example, I was saying when we eat sushi, sushi is raw fish, right? Oh, that is funny. You know what? The Chinese people, right? They go to buffet and they're like, "Don't eat the rice, don't eat the rice." So they grab all the fish. You know, I just want the meat. That's the expensive stuff, right? Eat all the raw fish. Um, so all the raw fish and it's cold too. So yeah, if you just eat that, it's not going to be good for you. So that's why with sushi, right? There's warm rice, okay, warm rice paired with the sushi, right? And then you have the wasabi with that the soy sauce, right? The wasabi is actually a heating thing, right? It heats like it brings the heat up, and you have the ginger, right? Ginger is also like creating heat in your mouth. So when you get all that stuff together, plus drinking hot sake, like the rice wine, or you drink the hot green tea, right? These things will help you to tone down the coldness of the whole meal. So when you're eating sushi, remember to eat some ginger, drink some hot stuff, kind of balance it out. There goes the word balance. Now, when will we use the cold though? It's like, okay, I really want to drink like Dr. Pepper, right? The cold stuff, okay? When will we want to drink that? When you too fiery, okay? Open flame, BBQ, like those frying, grill, roast, roast duck, those things. That's called fiery chi, right? So you want to drink some cold stuff to avoid your system getting too hot. It's like your computer getting too hot, it will have issue, right? So that's when you want to drink the cold stuff with it, so it combines to a balanced meal. Tier number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Okay, so this is a whole other layer to the thing where you're not just eating like one particular type of food to I don't know, solve a problem or yeah, direct the chi to a particular organ, but you're in general, if you don't have a problem, like say you're not trying to fix a problem, but you're actually trying to eat in a way that if you the different temperatures and flavors kind of balance each other out, so that there's like a neutral is there like a neutral chi created by that, like the various warming elements like sake and wasabi and the rice neutralize the coldness from the sushi, the cold fish. How does that work? Like, do they combine together, or do they when it comes into the different organs, the chi does it unify some way into one type of chi, or does it just the different types of chi go to the different organs and somehow they counterbalance each other? Yeah, I'm just wondering about that. Tenet number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
It's actually separated. So you see, if you mix the wasabi up with the soy sauce, the soy sauce is spicy and it will create the heat, right? So when you dip it and eat it, the soy sauce lead the chi to the kidney and it boosts the fire there, right? So it makes it warm. If you just eat the ginger itself is the spicy. It goes to the lung and it creates that heat. So it avoid your lung having that cold issue, right? Now, your fish, right? The fish itself is sweet, right? The salmon and all that, they taste sweet. It goes into the spleen, right? So yeah, the raw goes inside, but if you drink tea with it, right, that tea often goes to the spleen as well. So because you're drinking, eating at the same time, some of them will blend and also warm up the fish in your mouth like that. Anyway, there are more. Okay, thing first. So I'll talk after him. Team number 2. Remember.
Yeah, number 2, Delta November Golf. Yeah, Sir John. It's kind of like interesting. Like, is there like a most of the time like we are like it's because it's a lot of flavor. Most of like Indonesian, like me, where I come from, because we're using a lot of many spice. So it's kind of like they have in our food they have like sweetness, type of salted, so different kind of a food. Usually like we got a like in Indonesia have like a restaurant like that. Most of the restaurant is like it's so many they offer so many things, and then we can we want this, we want that, we want it's like, but it's a different kind of flavor. So if we eat like a Sheng, she has say that it's kind of like a balance it. It's like it's all like we eat like the flavor like there's some is sweet, some is salted, and then some is like a little bit sour. Like that. Is that kind of like a balance it or the what happened in our body? I mean our chi. Sorry about that. And yeah, but I used to cook for. I used to work and cook for the Hong Kong people, and most of them they don't like flavor spice, or most of even like put the salt. For example, if I cook like pork ribs, and then with the carrot, with the ginger, like that. So everything have to be boiled first, and then take away all the blood and make sure it's like a halfway cooked done, and then I rinse it out, I clean it, take away all the blood, and then put it back again to the water is already boiled. Put it back again, all the ginger, everything is there, and then there's they only want to use like only like 1 spoon of salt like that. So it's kind of like they won't really have a flavor. It's come from for example, like a carrot, So the type of sweetness is come from what it is. So it's what they are cooking is like for me where I come from is like not flavor at all. But I worked for 5 years and I get used to it then after that, right? So I kind of like learn so many way how to cook different kind of people and country. So I am really enjoying it. So but it's I think it's a healthy like that, not too much, right? Just it's just like the flavor come the way it is from the radish, from the carrot like that, and then like put like a little bit like a cooking wine like that to, so the pork ribs does not smell, and it's the flavor, everything's blended all together with the ginger. It's coming out really good as well. So yeah, back to you, net control. Number 2 Delta November Golf.
Um, oh, cooking a whole meal, making it neutral, is kind of impossible. Okay. So it's very much impossible because or else your food is going to be very bland. So no, you're not trying to neutralize the whole thing, but you want to avoid that food being like the whole meal combined together. You want to avoid it being too extreme in some way, like extreme cold, extreme hot, right? And so it doesn't fuck up the system. So yeah, you're still not aiming to neutralize everything. Having a little bit of everything, it tastes like shit. Like it, yeah, like food. If you like, it tastes a little bit of this and that, and it's a, kind of like human, right? You're like a jack of all trade. You turn into nothing, right? It's not good. The food won't taste good like that. Usually the food is good because it's exciting in its own way, right? Like, oh, this is like very sour. This is like very spicy. It makes you exciting. If the food is not exciting, you eat it, it's like, oh, what the hell? It's just so bland, right? So yeah, we're not looking for neutral. Okay. However, you don't want to go too extreme and then break that tolerance level. Okay. Now, not to forget that the yeast crap, right, from the person cooking the food also matters. Right? So you don't want to like eat them, and that will also destroy your system. Yeast crap is still a thing. Okay, don't forget that. Now, we're getting to the end of the net, but I would like to bring up the 5-element chi. Okay, of how like, okay, now for example, sweet goes into the spleen, right? Bitter goes into the heart. Okay, now next is, what does it do when it goes in? Okay, so what that thing do when it goes in? Like, how is the influence to that department? That is the key point, and that is determined by the way you cook or prepare the food. Okay, so if you eat things that are like, they don't need cooking, they don't need any marinating, nothing is done. Like, oh, I just pick some fruit down from the tree. That's gold element. So it goes into the department and it just helps to stabilize, right? Gold element doesn't move, right? So it doesn't move anything. It goes in, it stabilizes. It just, your chi there, it helps it to focus, right? So if your element is kind of loose, like for example, you just got sick and your spleen is kind of loose, right? So you want to like add this gold chi in to help it to group in, right? Because that we're talking about like soul chi. When the soul chi is weak, it's scattered. When you group it back in, it's stabilized, right? It's not floating around. So that's the gold element, right? It doesn't move, stop moving. And then when anything that is cold, but you put watery stuff in it, like fermentation, like kimchi, right? Or like you're mixing in salad with the sauce and everything. Anything that is liquidy but not cooked, okay? Like you mix it up, that's water element. When you eat something like that, okay, it will push the chi downward, okay, move the chi downward. Now, if you eat something that is cooked but with slow fire, like steaming, like it's steaming upward, right? Like steam buns, dumplings, right? Those things, they are like the wood element and move the chi up. Something with a fast fire and dry fire, like fry, bake, this kind of roasting, that's fire element, okay, help the chi manifest and out. And if you eat something with like very like slow fire and doesn't move, like slowly come in, like your for example, let's see, slow fire can be like baking, a little bit like baking, right? It slowly goes inside. Or like I forgot that word in how do you say it? Simmer? Yeah, something like you into a container with the sauce and like you cook for very, very long hour. Yeah, like that. That is earth element. Congee is like that. Soup, right? Like what we call 老火汤, old fire soup, right? The soup that cooks for hours. Those things are earth element and it helps to group in. Whenever you're sick, it's always good to have like those earthy element because it groups in and replenish. So yeah, the way we handle and treat the food gives the instruction of what that thing does once it goes into the department. Okay, so if you're eating like some salty congee, right? So the saltiness lead the congee basically into the kidney, right? And then the congee is like long-term boiling, so that's earth element. So it kind of group in, that energy in that chi in the kidney. So it's good for the kidney. It kind of replenish it. If you want to replenish the spleen, you might want to like add some sweet to the congee, like corn or maybe sweet something, something sweet, right? Add some sweet to it. That will help. So yeah, there you go. 5 elements related to the cooking method. And let's say I want to give you one example. Cranberries. Okay, cranberries are mostly sweet.
Senior number 2, Charlie took off. Well, Sergeant, today's lesson was very insightful, and it just made me be more aware that cooking is not just randomly throwing stuff together. Because just looking at how some cultures cook their meals or prepare their meals, it feels like it doesn't have an actual art or science behind it, because they don't have the celestial medic information behind it, like why these things are coming together. You know, the people just tend to just put stuff together because they think it looks nice or it might taste nice, and there's much more of an actual proper reasoning behind it, because you're trying to move the chi not just to heal something, but you're also trying to use the chi to maintain and create maintenance for the body. So that is something that I'm very much grateful for taking away. So that is going to really help me to make better eating decisions when I'm out or even when I'm cooking. And there was a lot of information. I'm not gonna go back over the net because I remember, so that's not needed. Just take it bit by bit and practice it every day as much as I can. But I'm looking forward to figuring out how we could take this information and make it into like an animated video or something. Because it's a lot of information that's insightful. And I was wondering if you could help us put together like some type of meal plan. I know you said everybody's different based on their chi and body structure. But what if is it possible to put together a general maintenance plan for like your body, regardless of where you are in your health journey? This is Tenet number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
That you need the book and you need more nets. Too much to talk about. But at the end, I would give another example. So if you decided, oh, let's eat some fried chicken today, right? Korean fried chicken, it's very yummy. I like it. So they put like cheese, powdered cheese, on top of the fried chicken. So it's kind of like sweet and it's salty. Of course, the main chicken is salty, but it has sweet in it. And then in the same meal, they gave you those radish that is soaked in vinegar, so it's also sour, and it's kind of like having a little bit of everything. But the chicken itself, okay. So salty goes to the kidney, sweet goes to the spleen, and fry is fire element. So it helps you push the kidney chi out. So where does it go? Kidney is water. It goes to the liver, right? So eating that actually replenish your blood because the liver is the one that creates the blood, right? So if I give more kidney chi down to the next department, right, then your blood is going to increase because it's giving more money down for creating the blood. For the like if you're eating it with the sweetness, like maybe dipping it into cheese or whatever sauce, and it becomes sweet, then the chicken changes to go to the spleen. Okay, so it goes to that kidney and the spleen. Now the spleen with the fried chicken, right, give birth to the gold, which is the lung, right? So it also strengthens your lung. So if I am having a weak lung issue, I would eat that to push my my spleen chi to the gold element, which strengthen my lungs. But I am afraid because if I push too much, the spleen becomes weak. I like gave all the money to the lung, right? So now the spleen is kind of poor. So at the same time, how can I make sure that I can maybe like make the spleen not like get too poor, right? Well, you see, if I make the heart give something for the spleen, that will work. So garlic is bitter, right? Fried garlic. Okay, eat 2 cloves of fried garlic, and it pushes the heart to give money for the spleen. The spleen give birth to the lung. Now you're not going to have an issue. Okay, let's see if Lei is still around. Tier number 4, Lima Echo India.
Kenyat number 4, Lima Echo India. Yes, I'm kind of still drifting in and out, like dozing off, but I can hear the voice. It's just like, it's kind of like I'm dozing off, but at the same time can hear the voice.
Wow, you and Wing is like. Okay, no worry. Tier number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf. Yeah, that extra last bit about the way it's cooked, it just adds a whole other tier to the cooking process. It's like I don't know, it makes me, it's kind of inspiring, you know, like it makes me, you know, think that like Ding CD, he must have a whole different way of looking at the cooking process. You know, it's just like there's so many cool things to play with there if you're a chef. I'm not much of a cook, but it's kind of making me think about maybe getting more into cooking and that the alchemy of cooking. You know, it's quite magic. It's magic. So I'm enjoying these lessons. Back to you, tenant number 4, Sierra Hotel Golf.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on. Team number 2, Delta November.
Yeah, John. I kind of get it now, like the 5 flavor. Everything you cannot be like you don't want to be like uh too much also to abuse it, or cannot also not have it at all. But it's kind of understand now the what the flavor needed, and then affecting uh, part of the chi, like the organ, and also the type of cooking is also very important to also affecting which kind of chi you wanna give boost or energy or
You got cut off? Okay. I guess he lost connection. It's okay. Well, there's so much to learn, and we'll continue tomorrow. It is already 5:43 p.m. We'll end the net here, 73 to all, and we'll see you back online or the net tonight. This is team at number 9. Yankee Uniform Echo. Clear.
Unit number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf, clear.
Team Yacht number 4, Lima Echo India.